Hello, my socialite stars. Welcome to episode 4 of the Socialite Stars podcast. My name is Renee, founder and creator of the Socialite Stars podcast. So, again, welcome to episode 4, Healing from Social Media Trauma. So, for those of you that have been a part of this journey with me, welcome back. It's been a while since I uploaded a video, but sometimes, you gotta have a moment, cry a little bit, let it out, get your juices flowing, and then come back and get ready to inspire y'all some more. Socialight Stars is a nonprofit organization in which we educate and empower the community about the effects of social media trauma and cyberbullying and the healing and resilience that comes after the trauma. If you've been watching our story the past couple episodes of season 1, you already know my story, why I started Socialite Stars nonprofit organization. And those of you that have just joined us, welcome, honey. Thank you for joining the movement. It's about to be a whole vibe. We're about to educate and empower you. You're going to take what you've learned from me and go into the world and tell people about how they can heal from social media trauma and cyberbullying as well. The question that a lot of people ask me is, can you heal from social media trauma? Yes, you can. I talk about this a lot when I go and speak at parent workshops. The ways to heal from it, and there's many different resources and opportunities and ways to heal, but some of the main ways to heal from social media trauma and cyberbullying is to implement digital boundaries and digital wellness. Now, all social media is not bad. See, the thing that I tell people all the time is that it's not social media, the app. It's the users that use the app that cause all of the foolishness, all of the drama, all of the negativity, all the unnecessary comments, all of the cyberbullying, the trolling. It's the users. It's not the social media app itself. So, in order for us to make sure that we are not putting the negative pages, the negative profiles, making sure our FYP is good and clean with people who are about positivity and positive energy, we have to make sure we implement digital wellness and digital boundaries for our mental health. Because whether you know it or not, when you get on social media and you scroll, whatever somebody is feeling, whatever somebody is posting, whatever video they're posting, they're going live talking crap about somebody, you're taking in all that negativity, and you don't need to do that. You've got to implement those boundaries. And people ask, what is digital wellness? Digital wellness is literally being intentional about the healthy relationships you have with these profiles and the people on social media. Half of those folks you don't even know. So it's very important that you have healthy relationships with them and you're intentional about following them, and that when you follow them, it helps with your mental health and makes you become a better person. Now, also, digital wellness and digital boundaries helps shed a light on how much we are on our phones. I talked about this in a previous episode. Many times we just pick up our phones because we're bored and we're doom scrolling. And doom scrolling is literally scrolling for no reason at all. Your brain is just so used to you scrolling when you're bored. And then if you are really deep dive into social media, doom scrolling is caused when you're waiting for negativity to pop up, because that is what you're so used to seeing on social media. So we have to make sure that we are checking ourselves on how much screen time we're using and how often we're on our phones, how often we're in front of a screen, because digital wellness goes beyond social media. We're talking about if you're a receptionist, if you're an administrative assistant, if you're somebody who's always on your computer working, video games for our young users, All of that is a part of digital wellness and digital boundaries. Limit the time. Again, there are apps on your phone that can help you limit your screen time and limit the boundaries. Making sure you have the apps on your phone. Now, there are a few apps that I just found out about when I was doing the research for this episode. So there's called Unplug with a Q at the end, Cadasio, and you may have certain applications on your phone that are built within your phone to help you with screen time. Me, myself, I have a Samsung Galaxy. I have the newer version, and there is a feature in my phone that I can set that can tell me how many hours I was on my screen. It will show me how many hours I was on each app. It will show me all of that fun stuff. So if you don't know how long you're on your phone, I'm pretty sure if you have a newer model phone, iPhone, Samsung Galaxy, you have a feature in your phone or setting that will tell you how long you are on your phone. And you'll be surprised how long you're on your phone. You don't even have to be on social media. The screen time alone can add up to 5 hours a day, 6 hours a day. And that sounds like a lot. And in reality, it is a lot. Because honestly, the maximum time that you need to be on your phone per day with a screen in your face for whatever reason should be only 4 hours a day. That's for your mental health. That's for your physical health. That's for your spiritual health. 4 hours a day should be your time frame. As we go through healing from social media trauma, we've implemented those digital wellness and the digital boundaries and making sure we are using our phone for a true purpose. We also have to implement parts of healing that can be a little difficult, but I want you to follow me. Just follow along with me. Miss Socialite, Miss Renee, I've already started implementing this healing piece. We have to control our emotions, especially when we see things on social media that may trigger us, make us feel some type of way, make us want to go and troll that person and go under their post and say something negative about them. We have to understand that the situation that we are seeing comes from that person's viewpoint. We do not know the other person's side of the story. We do not know even the 15% of what may have happened, because all we see is what one person has decided to post. Again, when I speak at workshops all the time, I tell children and adults, stop believing everything that you see. Stop letting somebody have power over your emotions because they post something that is not true or it may be true and they just want to embarrass somebody. That's happened to me. So we have to understand that controlling our emotions because of how somebody else feels is important. Because guess what? When you act on your emotions because of somebody else, that person now has power over you. Why are you letting a stranger from social media have power over you? You don't even know, half the time you don't even know these people. Stop letting people have power over you, okay? Now, prioritize real-time relationships. Sometimes we just got to put the phone down. Put it down. It's okay. Go have a lunch date with your friends, a brunch date. Go for a walk, play board games. Get off the phone. It's okay. Silence those notifications. Put your settings on D&D for a little while. Sometimes you just need a mental break when you're healing from social media trauma and cyberbullying, and when you're implementing digital wellness and the digital boundaries. You need a break from your screen sometimes. I know it's hard. You're talking to somebody who has had 2 businesses. This is my second business. I've had a business before, Socialightstars nonprofit organization. So for the past 7 years, 8 years, I have lived in front of a screen. It is my life. But now, because of the trauma that I have been through on social media, I have had to learn to implement digital awareness, digital boundaries, and just being aware of my screen time in general. You have to become aware of it and silence those notifications. That's what I did. It saved my life. Silencing notifications will save your life. I promise you it will. A lot of times we don't want to silence them because we have FOMO, which is fear of missing out. Honey, if it's meant for you to know about it, you'll know about it. Trust me. If it's meant for you to see it on social media, you'll see it. You don't have to deal with FOMO, fear of missing out. I talk about that all the time in my parent workshops with children, but a lot of times us as adults, we go through that too. Oh, you don't want to miss something. You want to see something first. You want to be the first to comment. Chill. You let people have power over you again. Stop it. It's not cool. Other parts of healing is, of course, therapy. We talk about that a lot on our podcast. Going to therapy and going to counseling. Myself, I am currently in therapy because of what I went through. Get that professional help. One thing about therapy that I love, it changes the way you see things. It changes the way you react. And it's not an immediate healing. It's a process. As I say all the time, healing is a process. But it can help you understand why people sometimes do the things that they do. It will help you improve the way that you respond to certain situations when you are triggered. Therapy is a beautiful thing. If you need therapy or you're going through a mental health crisis, I want you to make sure you watch to the end of this video. I'm going to give you a number you can call to help you out through that, okay? Counseling. It can help you identify the goals and the solutions that you need for your mental health. Because guess what? Social media trauma and cyberbullying is very, very hard to go through and to deal with, especially when it has happened to you twice, like myself. You feel like everybody is against you in the world, and there's 7.8 billion people in this world. And when I went through it in 2021 and again this year in 2024, I felt like it was 7.8 billion people in the world that knew my mistake and knew what I did was wrong and were up against me. But at the end of the day, of course, 7.8 billion people didn't know about it. So through therapy and counseling, it has helped me to realize that just because I make that mistake does not define me. And I have true friends and family who have forgiven me for my mistake and understand that just because I made that mistake one time and one time only, it does not define who I am. So my therapist is great. She has helped me implement goals and solutions to help me through the trauma and to help me with my healing. Now, as you heal from social media trauma and cyberbullying, guess what? It is a crime. Listen, a lot of people don't realize that cyberbullying is a crime. It's not a crime to heal from anything, but it is a crime to cyberbully and cyberstalk someone. There are laws in your state. I have completed the research for North Carolina. It is a crime in North Carolina to cyberstalk a child or an adult. Cyberbullying is only helpful towards children, unfortunately, in North Carolina in regards to it being against the law. So I encourage you, if you are living in another state, to do your research for you or anybody else that's going through it. Again, cyberstalking and cyberbullying is a crime. It may be harder to prosecute them because you have to have enough definitive evidence. But as I go through this now, screenshots matter. If that person is live, screen recording their live matters. If she has sent her followers to send you nasty voice messages, save those voicemails. If the person has sent followers to send you nasty emails, screenshot those emails. If the person has sent their followers to dox your social media page and those people come from you on your social media page, that is a crime. I'm telling y'all from experience. Everything I just said happened to me. And I still got the proof in my Google Photos. I backed up everything. And sometimes if you go on my Instagram page, I will post some of those screenshots sometime just to show you that cyberbullying affects adults as well as children. Cyberstalking affects adults as well as children. A lot of people feel like because you're an adult, you're supposed to just let it slide off your back and it's just words and you don't know those people and they don't, you. It still affects your mental health and it still can affect you in a way that is negative to a point that you want to commit suicide. It can affect you in a way that you can lose a significant amount of weight in a quick amount of time. That's not healthy. It can affect you in ways that you never knew possible. So don't let anybody stop you from going to get counseling, going to get therapy, and going to get healing for it. And don't let anybody stop you from going to your local authorities. If you have enough proof and you have enough evidence on the person that has started the drama, that started the negativity on social media about you, if you have enough evidence, go down to your local authorities and get those charges on that person. All right, y'all. I hope you all have enjoyed episode 4. Healing from social media trauma, healing through social media trauma, healing. We're all about healing, y'all. Just because the trauma has happened to you doesn't mean you have to stay in it. I want you all to continue to connect with me, continue to shine with me, subscribe, send a friend, tell your family to subscribe to the Socialite Stars podcast. Make sure you follow me on all my social media handles in the descriptions. We would love to have more stars join our social media pages. And if you or someone you know needs help and guidance with healing and needs help with their mental health and really needs someone in their life to help them become a better person, needs someone to guide them and give them the resources necessary to improve their mental health, I want you to call the National Mental Health Hotline. It is 1-866-903-3787. Again, if you or someone you know needs help and guidance with healing, call the National Mental Health Hotline at 1-866-903-3787. Thank you so much for being a part of the Socialite Stars podcast. We'll see you in episode 5.